we don't want everybody to agree, because then you don't have the dance, really. The dance is made of the tension between agreeing and disagreeing. It's the dance is made of the flow of something being evocative. And if everybody agrees, then there won't be anything unpredictable. We'll all just agree and sit around agreeing. I think that's a big problem that we have in our culture, that a lot of people just stay with people that they agree with, and they sit around agreeing, and often agreeing with how awful things are and impossible to change things are. Maybe that's not always true, but the idea of well, one of the people in one of our workshops said, it's so good to be with like-minded people. That's what we need. And somebody else said, it might have been Shakafe, or someone else said, well, what if we're not all like-minded? What if we don't all agree? Then we don't want to be together? And how like-minded is like-minded? So I just want to encourage you that everybody in your club not agreeing will be a good thing. That the Alive moment was an invitation, and that it was someone saying something a little brave that enabled you to say your truth. And that's a way that conversation works, is if somebody takes a little risk, not leaps off a cliff. I mean, there's a difference between going to the edge and going over the edge. So the person that's making the living conversation moment is taking a little risk, and that opens the way for other people to really come in there with their truth. Conversation can be heaven, but it can be hell. Conversation can be the most dangerous thing. Conversation can kill us. It can squash us. Conversation is very complicated, and who am I to know how to navigate such an incredible force of nature? Right? Yeah, I mean, I have been in so many horrible conversations. I mean, all of us, right? There's the conversations where people are just going on and on and on, and you can't get a word in edgewise, and the conversations where everybody is denouncing everybody else, and the conversations where people are just hurling their points and their facts at each other, and nobody's receiving anything from each other, and the conversations where everybody is so predictable and constrained and polite that nothing that's real is ever being said. The conversations that are meant as cages, and this conversation is going to keep you in line. The conversations that are shaming, and the conversations that are meant to have some people be the in-group and some people be the out-group. All of them, right? They're the demons, the demon conversations. Tonight, our intention, as Olivia would say, is to get a felt sense of what we want, to have that in our bones. And that strengthens us. That empowers us. If we know what it can be. Many people in my life have given up. They don't feel that conversation can be living. They don't feel like you can have conversation with the other, whoever the other is in your life, whether it's the other in your personal life, your political life, your religious life, your cultural life. They've given up. It's like, don't even try. And what I want is for us not to give up. There is an incredible power and aliveness, vigor, and muscular strength in living conversation, and we need to remember it. We need to have it right there so that we can call on it. We may not always be able to create it, or co-create it. But if we remember it, that gives us a resource that it's possible. And I really believe that it is possible to have conversation across difference.